Hey. Um, Shout out to all my viewers and to all my audiences and from whatever part you're watching around the world. And so, I'm about to discuss some pertinent issues on my upcoming book, which I'm urging y'all to be nice and supportive because it has taken the collective effort of each and every one of you to get this book coming forth and looking very beautiful and powerful. So the cocoon is broken and a life from hardship to hope through faith and resilience. It's one of its kind. It's a book that I'm so inspired from my belly. You know, it says, out of my belly shall flows rivers of living water. So I'm so inspired writing this book and coming up with this piece. And I'm putting so much energy into this writing, which my vision for the book and what I've been led by my creator God is that this book will serve international. It'll go viral. It'll be a book that will be used by all people from all walks of life and tribes and nations. Because in it, I have portrayed how you can, from whatever part of the world you come from, and whatever terminology you use to describe circumstances. It's the same thing I've described in the book. The circumstances, the ordeals that I've been through in life, my hurdles, my challenges, my trials, my tribulations, my temptations, my shortcomings, my failure, my successes. And I have included all this, which if I was living in the western part of the world, I probably would have had a different appellation for all of this. Maybe I would have called it trauma and, settled down for something like self-pity and not chasing my dreams and stuff. But from the part of the world I'm coming from, a life of heart, a life from hardship to hope was my soul, was my sole focus. Because irrespective of the challenges that I had and the difficulties that I had in coming out of that web, I never lose sight of my purpose, of my focus. I certainly knew where I wanted to go, but I didn't know how to get there. And so you realize that every hardship that I went through, every difficulties, from resisting death at a very tender age, at 8 years old, due to man-made disasters or maybe natural causes, I can't really tell you what I was, but I made it out alive. And going through tons of challenges and setbacks that were aimed at aborting my destiny. But I drove through. And when I got to this point where I am right now, I said to myself, if I don't put this into writing, and not just an ordinary writing, but something that is going to be an epic, then these potentials will vanish into the thin air. And it's not going to be useful. My knowledge is not going to be useful. How I survive in these places, how I turn circumstances around and made it out through, was not going to be documented somewhere. That's going to help my children. That's going to help the leaders of tomorrow. That's going to help other people to stand up for themselves and speak up. So there are scenarios like where I'm describing a young man who was godly ordained by our Creator himself to be an ambassador of his kingdom here on earth. And at just a very tender age, his life was almost snatched away from him by the cold hands of death, by circumstances beyond his control. And that circumstance, one of it was to restrict me from fully possessing my potentials on earth, to dominate, to subdue the earth. And at a very tender age, when I saw myself getting to that state, which could have held me captive forever, I stood up. My muscle was stiff, but I told myself I was 8 years old and that I'm determined for this journey and for my call and for my purpose. And I wasn't gonna let not Satan or anyone snatch my destiny out of my hands. And I told the doctors to back off. I told my mom, back off. And I jumped off the hospital bed at 8 years old. And I ran out and I requested for a soccer ball. I said, get me a soccer. And I shot it right through the field. And I was running towards the soccer while my body and all my muscles were tearing apart because I couldn't walk upright. I was supposed to be walking body bent and body deformed, with a disability. Though a disability is only viewable, it's only physical, but spiritually there is no disability because there's ability in disability. So I was able to tear those muscles of my body, and as the blood was oozing out of my body, on my surgeries, on my whatever thing I had on my body, on my scars, I kept telling myself, I was not born for this. I will not settle for this. I must walk upright. I have a purpose. I have a mission. I have a goal. I have a destiny. I have a generation to lead. I have people to serve. I'm not going to settle like this. I'm not going to be defeated like this. My body was oozing out blood. My mom was crying, and the doctors were all chasing, and the nurses, as I ran through the field, the soccer field, and I was screaming. That little boy who couldn't walk upright after a couple of months was able to use a few minutes and snatch his life out of the den of the lion's den and regain his status quo as a full-blown man whom God has assigned with a self-purpose to come liberate his people, to serve them in energy, to serve them with energy, to serve them with a purpose, to serve them with a force of determination and drive. And that's the reason why I'm here today with you guys. And I'm bringing it out in this book, portraying how when you're driven by a life of purpose, you can see yourself from a rear view mirror from when you're just a little boy, and you understand your mission and you understand your purpose. And I'm here to tell you that if I was able to make it through this thick and thin, if I was able to make it from rising back from life, from death to life, it is equally possible for you to make it. And I'm here to tell you that you're not struggling alone. You don't know people's scars. All you see is just their trophies. Until you get to know their scars, then you can know what people have been through. And I'm here to tell you, do not give up. And I'm here to tell you, be ready. Watch out for my book, The Cocoon is Broken, a life from hardship to hope through faith and resilience. It's going to be one of those top-notch books that will drive out motivation in people, innovation in people, purpose in people. It will drive out a God-given life, a driven life, a life driven by purpose. And I'm telling you, I was able to walk upright. I was able to live up to this day because I was preparing myself. But God was preparing myself for my mission on earth. He knew for sure that the life I was born for wasn't going to be easy. And that is why I had to go through this tough time, this thick and thin, as I've expressed in my book, with a lot of passion and integrity and determination and a force to reckon with, that I want you to participate in it, to get a copy for yourself. When this masterpiece is able to hit the globe, it's able to hit the face of the earth, it is coming with so much strength and compassion. I will urge you not to miss a slide of this. I will urge you not to miss anything of this. And you all have given me the courage, have given me so many reasons for me to drive through with this call, for me to drive through with this purpose, for me to drive through with this vision. And I'm coming at you. I'm coming to the war. I was born to serve. I'm coming to serve humanity. I'm coming to help humanity regain their status quo, that we are humans. We're not robots. We're not machines. We're here for a purpose. We're here for a mission. And we have to live up to that mission. And we have to live up to that expectation. If you cannot get it right, then find someone who has done it. And the only way you can find someone who has done it is to go through books. Read, and you will find strategies. And you will find secret of men that have done it and have told you how to do it. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you follow up with my page. Make sure you have that appetite. I want everyone to have that cravings to want to see what is in this masterpiece, what is coming forth for you, what I've got written in that book. I've been led by the Holy Spirit. I've been led by God Himself, one-on-one, where I see scripts in the realm of the Spirit, and I'm able to transcribe it into writing and put it down there in that book with so much energy that will revolutionize the earth and will shaking mankind from every nook and cranny, from every corner of the earth, to stand up on their feet, irrespective of the civil unrest, irrespective of the threat, irrespective of name calling and blasphemy, irrespective of raping, irrespective of bullying, whatever thing that you have been through. I was once there, where poverty has held people captives so much that they can't live up to their full potentials. And Lord, God has shown me how to bring this into limelight for your consumption. So stay tuned and follow my page, The Wise One, and on TikTok I have the Broken Cocoon, and on Facebook you have me there, and on LinkedIn you have my LinkedIn newsletter. The Cocoon is broken, and you can always follow me to stay updated on the process and the progress. And I urge you to put in your support, to support me in whatever way you want to support me, morally, physically, emotionally, financially, to see this dream come to fruition, come to realization. I count on your support. I count on your support. I count on your mental state. So stay tuned. Follow my YouTube page, the Reformative Comedy. Follow it up for your inspiration, for your motivational vibes, for you to stay on course. I want you to know it's not easy until I get to tell you my story, that you can understand the perspective from which I'm coming from. It's never easy. It has never been easy. But the best you could do is to pray and prepare, or prepare and pray, and put motion into action for the result you want, for the life that you want. Change starts from within. For the life that you want, change your habit to have the life that you want. Read, ask questions, become hungry, become desperate for your vision, become desperate for your ambition. And that's my message I got for you all. I love you this morning. Thank you all so much, and God bless you. And stay tuned to my page. And if you feel the vibes, please share, like, and comment. I love you all, and welcome to my page. The Cocoon is broken. A life from hardship to hope through faith and resilience.